Hello, hello. We're back with Terra Nullius, and you guys have led Papa Ogre back to the site of his son's death. Rather, his son's murder. And you're gonna try to convince him that you didn't murder. I mean, you already did that basically, but
Also, how bad did it smell in there?
pretty bad.
Like, can I make a constitution save to see if I vomit everywhere before they come in?
You
is it not that
you can
bad?
just you can decide that. I mean, I didn't call for it, so yeah, it's probably.
Did I find out in the time that we were traveling here and during that first hour if he was the chief or if he's just a person, and if he's just an ogre in his clan?
I mean, you didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to ask him questions. It seemed like he was important, but not any. Maybe not like with an official title or anything like that. He's certainly not the leader of the clan.
Okay.
Because he seems to have a deferential attitude towards some members of the clan. Yeah, or at least, yeah, there's that person. So you guys enter the... Oh, actually, you know what, Raya? I think when you went in, it didn't smell very bad. I think it was actually remarkably well preserved somehow.
Well, because last time we went in, it smelled bad.
But I think it's turned around, right? Like it hasn't decomposed. Because by this point it would smell really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
But it seems to have kind of stabilized, so it smells kind of bad, but like it's definitely not decomposing at the rate that it should. It's definitely not, like rotting like it should. And now that you're thinking about it, right? Like the animals up in the top floor were kind of like that too, right? Like they're in various states of decay, but like there wasn't a whole lot of like you would have maybe been suffocated by a smell if there were actually that many dead animals that were like rotting in that space. But
so out of character moment here, what if like this ogre comes back to life and tells these other ogres that we totally murdered him?
Don't give Caleb ideas.
And I get to murder the rest of the ogres!
Yeah, because it was going so well for you guys at the beginning of that.
I dealt 17 points of damage.
That's true. Ari did deal 15 points of damage too.
So,
yes, you guys enter, and
I healed emotional damage.
Oh my.
this is a literal guilt trip
That's
for
funny.
Cody right now.
Yeah. So Oatly looks at you, Toity, and he says, he points up and he says, "Up there."
And I'm just kind of like stood in the doorway with my arms like crossed, like
I don't like any of this. Yeah. So he starts making his way up the stairs. To.
Oh, do we have a torch? Yeah, we have torches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you can light one of those for him.
I'll light one of my torches.
Yeah. So you like lead him up there.
Yes.
Yeah. So he comes up and he sees his son, and it's just like this decomposing body that's been hacked to pieces. In the middle of this floor of the tower, and Oatly kind of like sighs. I told him not to go. But then he says, "Thank you for showing me this, little man." And he starts to say, "I don't think I want to," and then he stops. And Raya, you said you were like at the stairs, like leaning further up.
Yeah, I'm in the doorway leading further up.
Yeah, so he kind of like looks at you, Raya, and he says, and he looks back at Toity and says, "What is up the stairs? Didn't your demon friend get rid of the danger? Why is she standing there?"
I'll just actually, I can make a magical trinket with prestidigitation.
Not like a magical trinket, but yes, a trinket that was made through magic. Yes.
Therefore, a magical trinket.
I mean, since as we discovered with undead, that is actually not true, because items created through magic do not stay magical unless they are like specifically enchanted with things. Otherwise, you guys would have been able to detect all the undead in that.
I'll make a small
definition of magical.
Isn't
Okay,
everything
actually-
magical though? Darius says.
It does actually specify. You're right. It does say create a non-magical trinket. So
Mhm.
you're right about that. So I'll just create it says a small small non-magical trinket that I can create in my hand. I'll make the form of the room in my hand as like a
diagram.
like a diagram of it,
Yeah,
and just
sure.
kind of show it to him and point to the orb in the center of that.
Right, so his brow furrows, and he says, "This is the danger?" And he goes for the stairs. He starts walking towards Uriah.
And I just look at him and I go,
No. So he stands in front of Uriah and he says, "Move." You don't understand what he said.
He wants you to move.
I stand there. I don't do anything.
I'll grab him. I'll put my hand in his arm and just shake. So like, no.
And I'm like in the background, like,
Yeah,
And
so...
like, but by the way, Buck is away. Like, he's not going anywhere.
Right, no, I figured you wouldn't have anywhere near this stuff, yeah.
I'm just kind of watching all three of them, like, point to each other, and all three of them do this, and I'm just kind of like watching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you never saw the orb.
In fact, I go, can I just be honest and say I kind of still want to see the orb?
No, you don't, Darius.
No, you don't.
So Oatly turns to you, Toity, and he says, "Make your demon stand out of the way. I must see what has slain my son. And defeat it if I must."
He already has.
Raya, let him see it. If it will bring him peace.
It's gonna make him insane, is what it's gonna do, and then we really will have a town
You're
of
fine.
insane.
So you want me to let him up, and then we're gonna kill him? Okay.
Just let him up. If he doesn't, let's let him up. If he's non-violent afterwards,
So I
you're
like
fine.
step aside from the doorway, and I'm like hopefully being sarcastic with this gesture. Like I don't know how it's gonna go across, but I go.
Mhm.
Actually, I was going to ask a question earlier. Could we say
Like
that
this.
technically the travel time we had here was able to be a time where we could use some hit dice? Or is it not?
No, you can't travel and you have a short rest at
Okay,
the same time.
okay.
no.
So I
That's
like
good.
gesture for him to go up, and I like am closely following him.
I'm following him too.
By the way, the rest of his like half ogre hunters are like just down at the base of the tower. They're just sitting, chilling.
Yeah, so I closely follow him, but then when we're getting up to the room, I'm not going to get close to the orb because I know that that's
I stay down with the Orgu party. I'm like, I don't care.
Can we save our game real quick?
Can we save our...
What's that?
Don't think it's quite like
Yeah,
that.
I think it auto saves every break, Darius. So.
Auto saves every second.
Wouldn't that be interesting though? If we did it like that, that would be kind of like an interesting game concept sometime to like have like saved games like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Never mind. I'll talk about it later.
So everyone but Ari goes up the stairs.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys.
I follow him to the top, but I do not look at the orb.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, actually, would I have known that it would do that since
it
I
would
would
do
have
what?
had would I know that looking at it would make me run away since I researched it when I was in there?
You know how to you.
That's right. I know
So
how to make it.
even then, you don't really know how to make it. You just know what the process is for making it. You don't know half the ingredients that it said and all this magical mumbo jumbo that it's talking about. But if you figured out what those things were, you could probably remake it.
Okay. I'll keep my distance from it because I'm still a little wary of it.
Sure, yeah. And so you guys get up to the top. And yeah, Darius, you see this room for the first time because you didn't see it before. It's, you know, this like strange wizardy chamber. Like there's just magic, kind of like
So I
of
would
kind of
think that I
vibe
would
all
be
over.
the first one up beside like after the ogre, and I like want to stand kind of in the entryway to make sure Darius isn't gonna like run in.
Do I?
Sorry, what were you saying?
Do I notice anything like? Do I kind of get the sense that it's a necromancy sort of thing, or?
You'd have to like do detect magic for that. There's nothing. Just tell you right out.
Can I do detect magic?
I don't think you have that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, but I'm like making sure he's not gonna get too close to it, even if it looks pretty and shiny.
Darius or the ogre?
Darius. Like I'm just like guarding all of my companions.
Yeah,
Like,
so
you guys aren't going. If he's gonna go close to it, he makes his choices, but you guys
Yeah.
aren't, and you can fight me if you want.
sure, yeah. So yeah, y'all are looking at this chamber, and he oathly turns to you, Toity again, and says, "This has slain my son. This puny trinket."
I don't know how to sign danger.
You can sign crazy.
Yeah,
I don't think this is the universal sign for crazy
But
necessarily.
like, I mean, like,
no.
like,
You might be able to do that, yeah. What are you
something
gonna
like
try
that.
to? You want to
Yeah,
do that
I'll,
basically?
I'll kind of do prestidigitation, kind of like do like a
So make a performance check then, and
Yeah.
see if you can.
prestidigitation, make it look like. Actually, I could do prestidigitation of like a crazy his son like acting crazy and doing stuff. Performance.
What if
Yeah.
what if you did can I give a suggestion out of character though, like
Sure,
this?
that's fine.
A bit
Okay, well,
metagamey.
I don't care.
I was thinking, what if you did something like a prestidigitation of his son like running around and maybe cutting himself and like
Oh, that's what I was kind of thinking.
yeah, okay.
His son running around acting
So
crazy.
and like holding his head.
prestidigitation, you can use it to, like make illusions.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You can make it to make illusions? Is that the?
It was in the list. I don't know. I think it was still like has to fit within my hand. Let me double check.
I just want to make sure.
You can create a non-magical trinket or an illusory image that can fit in your hand that lasts until the end of your next turn.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You just make a little image of like his ogre son and him
So you
like
said
going
performance?
crazy. Yeah, you do it with advantage though, with because of the spell.
Oh, I rolled persuasion. Oh no. Okay, 21.
Yep, there you go. Yep. Yeah. So, he looks at you, frowns very deeply, looks at the orb again, and you can tell that like there's almost like an animalistic greed that suddenly comes over his face. Like it's not even about his son anymore. It's like he just wants to go touch the orb.
I'll go in front of like no.
And I'm gonna make a wisdom save for him.
Come on, that 20 of all time.
Oh!
Holy crap!
Oh, Jordan called it. That's the second time you called it that 20.
That's not good because now he's gonna steal the orb.
Well, I don't know. We don't know why Caleb rolled it yet.
Well, so he made a wisdom save, and he looks at you. He's like looking back and forth between you and the orb, and he says, "You are right. We should not go tampering with dark magics. That is not my place. Let us leave this place." And he, like,
I'm gonna let out a
turns.
sigh.
Still there.
Ooh.
I was kind of hoping he'd charge in and then like destroy it.
Yeah, so he like goes down the stairs, like right, he's like the first one down the stairs. Toity, you hear your name, you hear your name said, and it's a voice you don't recognize from behind you as you like turn to like go down the stairs.
I look in the direction of it.
And so remind me again, is Toity like your actual name, or is that like a nickname?
Oh, it is a nickname. Oh, what's the actual name?
So you hear your actual name.
Wait.
And I'm trying to be the last one down the stairs. Like I'm making sure nobody's going towards that orb.
I think I sent it to in a message, but I actually don't remember what my real name is.
You've just been called Toity for so long.
Isn't it like something like Toitimus or something?
Toy. Let me. It's gonna bug me, so I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, I hear it. So keep going.
Yeah. Emily just
I'm
died.
gonna start crying.
I didn't hear what Jordan said. Whatever he just said.
I said toy timer.
Oh.
Toiterus log blossom.
Toiterus, yeah, that's what it was. Toiterus log blossom. Yeah, so you just hear Toiterus.
Okay.
And you turn around.
I'd look. It's like, who's there?
I'm like, no, who? I'm actually, no, I'm going to turn back and say, who knows that name?
Did
Yeah.
I hear anything?
No, you didn't hear anything. Do you say that out loud, though, Toity?
Yes, I say that out loud. Like, who
Yeah.
knows that name?
So
'Cause
Ryan
I'm-
suddenly turns around and says, who knows that name?
Toity, nobody said anything.
And you hear, come, Toity. Same come, like the word that, like, what you heard in your dream.
I say, are you sure? Like, are you sure you didn't hear that?
No, nobody said anything.
I am calling. Come.
Come on, Toity, let's go.
Ari, are you
Ari's-
messing with me?
yeah, right.
Ari, are you messing with me?
I'm downstairs. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Riot. I did that again.
Oh,
Dang
okay.
it. I found a head in my head.
No.
Actually, no, both would have made sense.
Right? Both would have made sense, yeah.
No, seriously, let's go.
I'll turn around and kind of, I don't know. I feel like Toity would want to know what's happening, but I'm also afraid.
Toity, I will attack you until you're unconscious and drag you out of this tower.
Please drag me out of here.
That's why I like pick him up and take him downstairs.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably like frozen at this point.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah. So you guys make your way down the tower, down the stairs. And yeah, right before you get to the threshold of like the last door, like to get out of the tower, Toity, you just feel this tug again, and you just like you have like the singular most like just singular moment of like pure desire that you do not want to leave this place. You have complete control. Like it's just a moment that comes and goes. But
That's why I told her to drag me out.
And I'm still I'm carrying you all the way
right,
up.
so yeah, it doesn't even
So I'm gonna say like I tense up.
Mhm.
Like just tense up and like
Sure.
like squirm in her arms as it happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so Oatley he like shakes his head and he says, "This is not a good place. Bad things dwell here."
I'm gonna shake my head vigorously.
Yeah. He kind of like nods to himself and he says, "Let us go." He's talking to his hunters. And he turns back to you, Toy, and he says, "Thank you, little rat person, for leading me to my son."
At this point, I'm guessing they would have.
Oh, and he's taken the body of his son out. By the way, he like grabbed it. And
At this
brought it
point,
out.
Raya would have probably put me down, so I'm gonna just give a little bow.
Mm-hmm. And I think basically they take the body into the jungle a little bit, and they're like he totally turns to you and he's like, "We will now like send him over to the river of death," kind of a thing.
I'm gonna.
Like, it's heavily implied that you are not wanted in this ritual, this
Oh,
like
okay.
ceremony. It's like this is for us only. But he's it's not the sense that he's like you're saying goodbye necessarily. It's just like, we're gonna go do this now. You can stay here or leave. I don't care. But like, we're gonna go like do this ritual.
Okay. When they leave, I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna say, "There's a problem with that tower.
Think?
I heard someone saying my name.
They said Toity.
Toity's not my name.
It's not.
It's no, don't get me wrong. It's a nickname. I've been called that since I was a child, but my actual name is Toiterus. And
That's what Raya does. Just like
funny or not, nobody knows that name that lives on this island. Something quite evil is in there. And I was right in assuming that the ogres were the least of our problems."
I mean, I don't really know if there's anything we can do about it right now.
Well, we need to find something because I'm worried for myself.
So what are you suggesting?
I don't know, but
What do you mean you're worried about yourself?
don't let me go back in that tower.
What if we destroy the tower?
I mean, that's not gonna.
But here's the thing: if I'm not safe around that tower, nobody is.
Wow, you have a high opinion of yourself.
No. So,
I know what you
if
mean.
I'm not safe around that tower, then I'm not the only one
Right.
who is susceptible to its power.
Yeah.
We need to do something about it, and I'm not quite sure what.
I mean,
it might come to Raya and Ari's mind as like, that's a little bit above your pay grade. Like, you aren't.
No, I agree.
Right?
I
Like-
agree.
I didn't sign up for this crap.
Yeah, exactly.
like, I guess we can do what Darius was saying, and we could, like, collapse the entrance.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Or at least put a rock in front or something like that.
Yes, you want to like try to like push a bunch of rubble in front of the door?
I can't.
Yeah, you guys can attempt to do so if you would like. I mean, it might be easier if you like tell the ogres to do it when they come back.
Oh, they're coming back?
Well, he wasn't like saying goodbye. It was just like, we're gonna go off into the jungle, remember,
Oh.
and like do this ritual.
Wait, this
Oh,
tower's
well-
made out of stone, right?
Yes, yeah.
The whole thing's made out of stone.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
There's
solid
no-
stone.
There's no chance setting it on fire then.
Oh no, yeah, definitely not.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
could
it's
set
either-
like various things in it on fire and like vines outside it on fire, but like that wouldn't destroy the
Now,
tower.
hold on. So it's made straight out of rock?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because, I mean, there are... Okay.
Yeah, it seems pretty solid stone tower. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of, it's like ruined, but not really. Like it's not the tower itself that's like broken down necessarily. It's just it's the stuff that was in it,
Well-
and like there's vegetation growing on it.
Well, my only thought was that a lot of stone, like especially in that age,
Mhm.
a lot of stone structures were held together with, like a combination of like mud and leaves and sticks.
No,
and
right, for sure. Yeah, and like maybe you guessed that right, but like it's definitely more solid than that, and it's. I mean, given that it houses a magical orb, it's entirely possible it was made with magic too.
I mean, so the options I see are try and cover the entrance or do something really stupid. And I don't really know if I want to do something really stupid.
I've done enough stupid for us for the day. There's been a lot of stupid that happened.
I am totally fine with leaving this whole tower business behind. I have enough regrets from this place.
The thing is that the orb is gonna be there, and do we really want a bunch of humans coming in and accidentally finding it?
Mhm.
So
Right, that's the thing. This
are
is
we
like
voting on plan stupid?
What's plan stupid?
That's why I was actually kind of hoping the ogre would go in there. Like Ari just kind of blurts that out. She's like, I was kind of hoping he'd take care of it for us.
Plan stupid as I go up there and shoot it with my crossbow.
Let's not do that.
Can I shoot at the orb without?
That's why it's called plan stupid.
Let's just cover the entrance.
What were you saying, Ari?
Can I like go up to like the entrance door, like look at it and like shoot at it
Mhm.
without like,
Yeah.
being...
That's why that's
Yeah,
plan
right,
stupid.
As a character, because I had to walk up to a certain point for it to.
Yeah, I mean it was basically like right, like once you got to like 10 feet of it, it was like right
I mean,
here.
I would think in character it would be me more than Ari would do it, since you already had the experience of running away and being like, I'm never coming back here.
No, that's true.
Can
So
I ask a quick question?
Mhm.
When you saw the orb that you started freaking out, or once
No.
you got closer?
When you got
Yeah,
close.
is when they started approaching it. Yeah.
Okay.
So are we initiating plan stupid?
Torty at this point is just kind of sitting on the ground with his head in his hands, just trying to think about what the heck's happening. So he's not even paying attention to you guys.
I mean, Raya, like from what you know about like magic items, and I guess all of you would have this basic knowledge, like shooting with a crossbow won't do anything. Like it legit just won't. Like if it's a magical artifact of some kind, like it will not just break if you shoot it with a crossbow.
Yeah.
You might be able to like hurt it with magic, or
Okay, so
yeah, stuff like
Plain
that.
stupid is me shooting it with
Right,
a crossbow and then shooting it with some spells.
Right, you could shoot it with like like what's it called, Seeking Ray and stuff.
Could Toiny cast?
Vicious mockery on it?
I don't.
No, I don't think so.
He tell the orb that it's stupid and ugly.
Go away, no one likes you.
Okay, so
You're not even round.
You swear?
Wow. So,
Okay,
are you gonna do
so-
that? Is that the plan?
yeah, so I'm gonna see if Darius will come and just like stand on the stairs. So if I like drop down or something,
Sure,
he can
yeah.
drag me out.
I
Are we gonna tie a rope towards you on you and then drag you out?
I mean, honestly, that's fine with me. I have 50 feet of rope in my
Yeah.
explorer's pack
Mhm.
that I'll tie around my waist or something and throw the end to Darius.
Sure.
I stand kind of prepared with the what's the name of it?
Gotta grab my notes on this item.
I stand prepared.
And I'm glad I didn't grab it when I had the chance.
I stand prepared
Yeah.
with.
I would have loved it if you had.
Okay, so
Oh.
the first thing
I
I'm
won't
gonna
tell you why.
do is take 10 minutes and cast detect magic
Mm-hmm.
as a ritual. So I can tell what kind of magic it is.
Sure.
that
I
come
don't
back
think
with
you
the
did that,
notes
did
in
you?
No.
Yeah.
Didn't? I thought we did.
Did,
No. That was something else. That was with Willow.
Do those guys come? Did the ogres come back within those 10 minutes?
I'm waiting
Uh,
outside, so I'd know.
Yes. I think.
Really? It only took 10 minutes. to
Oh
do
no. So I guess I assumed that you had that conversation longer. But yeah, if it was only really real time, like, and then you just start casting a spell, yeah, they don't come back by the end of that.
Okay, so
You just go up there, and you
yeah,
cast
so
detect
I'm
magic.
up there and I have detect magic cast and
Sure, yeah. So there's a lot of different magic coming from this orb. A lot of different schools of magic. So it's definitely magical, obviously. You sense some illusion magic. You sense some enchantment magic. You sense some transmutation magic. You sense some what else do you sense from this thing?
I should be writing this down.
You sense necromancy magic from it.
You know what?
You sense. Yeah. So it's, I think, more or less the vast majority of the schools of magic. It's on this
Okay.
item.
so
So it's really hard to tell what it could do and what its capabilities are.
the first thing I'm gonna try is casting guiding bolt at it because that deals radiant damage.
hmm
So since I detect necromancy, I feel like that's the best bet is to go with radiant versus inflict wounds, which is necromantic. Okay, so I guess I'll just cast guiding
Yeah,
bolt
do it.
on it. Do I need to roll damage?
Yeah,
Like,
go ahead and roll
I don't know.
damage. Just see. I mean, so you hit it, right? Like, it doesn't miss.
Mhm.
But it basically just absorbs it. Like, you hit it with this, like, silvery light, and it basically just makes the orb glow this silvery light. Yeah, and it glows, like, brightly for a couple seconds, and then, like, goes back to its, like, normal, like, dark blue kind of glow.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it with a crossbow just to see
hmm
what happens. Let's see.
Yeah, and just like it doesn't even. So I think it plinks off of the orb, it makes it move, like, and you can sense that it almost looks like it's like really a lot more lightweight than you thought it was originally. The guiding bolt just got absorbed, but like it, you know, the physical movement of the crossbow bolt makes it pink off of it, and then it starts rolling across, like it's on this little pedestal, right? And so it starts rolling off the pedestal, and it just like falls and like drops in the water and sinks to the bottom.
Okay, and the water's like 3 feet deep, right?
Yeah.
Lightning spell.
So let's see. Can I still see it from where I'm standing? Like at the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
You can see like the glow emanating from the water, I guess.
Because I was going to see if I cast spiritual weapon and continuously attacked it with the spiritual weapon.
Sure. You could
Or at
attempt
least,
that.
let's see. Because that's still, it's a magical weapon, but it's still just like physical damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone
Well,
remember-
if we're going to do Plan Stupid, I might as well go all out on it.
Right. I mean, I guess we can basically just say, right, like I think any stuff you have at your disposal, Raya, you just like bash this thing with spiritual weapon. Nothing works. Like you move it around. If it moves it physically, it moves it around and makes it like go all over the place in the pool of water, but it doesn't damage it at all.
Is there a way that I could use my spiritual weapon to get it out of the water, like on the other side?
What is your spiritual weapon?
It's a sickle.
Uh,
Can I like
try to scoop it
here's
up.
the orb, and I just want to go.
Gulp the orb up.
Can I have a spiritual spoon? Ugh.
Make
That's the quote of the night.
make a wisdom check.
Okay. Not a save, just a check.
Yeah, just a check. I think you almost get it out. Like you start like having to attack it in such a way that it like tries to like scoop it up, and it rolls at one time. It rolls onto like the lip, and then like rolls back in, and then you can't
My
ever.
inspiration for it.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
Dang it. Okay, let's see. What else do I have? Let's see. Trying to see if there's literally anything else I can do that would possibly do something to it.
I mean, you can go touch it. That might do something.
Probably something not great.
Who knows? Who knows?
Please throw like a dead rat on it or something.
I'm trying to see if any of would anything I do with thaumaturgy be able to do anything?
No, for sure not. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that Ryo uses like anything at her disposal, right? And I don't think anything you have would do anything. And so this is the thing, right? Like, I think I'm trying to remember the exact like procedure for like damaging magic items, but whatever that is, like, say for example, you did. Wait, no, that's the wrong edition of D&D. Let me look this up real quick. So I think a normal magic item would probably be like possible 2 damage with like normal like magic.
But this is not a normal magic item.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Like, so you try this, and like on a normal magic item with enough barrages, like of like this guiding bolt, it probably would do some damage to it, but it seems like it does nothing. And so I'm gonna make an Arcana check, Raya.
Also, was there anything in like the book that I got about it? Like, did it say anything besides just the instructions?
So that's what I want you to make an Arcana check and see if you can put some pieces together.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Oh,
didn't even need it?
No.
Yeah, so your guess as of right now is that this might be an artifact. And the way an artifact differs from a regular magic item is it's usually created through this incredibly lengthy magical process. It's imbued with incredible abilities, and it can't be destroyed except for a very, very specific set of circumstances or a specific like location. Like there's always like this rule. It's like the One Ring, right? You can only destroy the One Ring by throwing it in the volcano.
Gotta find a volcano.
Every artifact has that one thing, the one place or like circumstance that will destroy it, but anything else will not destroy it. You kind of put the pieces together there, and you're guessing that this is one of those like incredibly rare magic items that like is given the term artifact. I think at that point, Ryan, make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Yeah. A save, not a check. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think anything, you don't notice anything. Nothing happens for you. You're just like, whatevs. It's an artifact. Who knows?
And I turn back to Darius and I go, how far do I take Plan Stupid?
That might be a great time to take our last break. So we'll be right back with more Terra Nullius right after this quick break.